Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. A suspect in the murder of Governor Roel Degamo has recanted his testimony. Judiel Rivero, also known as Osmond Rivero, said his previous statements were made under threat and that he was tortured. He also claimed that he was forced to implicate suspended Congressman Arnie Teves as the mastermind behind Degamo's assassination. Rivero's camp is now requesting the Justice Department to reopen the preliminary investigation. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla had earlier said that he expects some suspect witnesses to recant their testimonies as they were suddenly uncooperative after getting private lawyers. In other news, Philippine identification cards or PhilIDs for delivery were affected by the fire that broke out at the Manila Central Post Office. The PSA says only PhilIDs for delivery in the city of Manila were affected. It is still coordinating with the Philippine Postal Corporation or PhilPost on the exact number of IDs that were damaged by the blaze. The PSA assures, though, that the IDs affected will be replaced at no additional cost to the registered persons. Moving on to the Trade Department making an assurance that prices of basic necessities and prime commodities will not be going up in the near future. When asked whether the agency will issue a suggested retail price or SRP bulletin, the DTI says it will depend on the situation. Trade Undersecretary Ruth Costello says they have been increasing prices due to the economic climate in the country. However, the trade official also clarified that government must give consumers' pockets time to breathe. The DTI also revealed that there are pending requests from manufacturers for price adjustments. These follow increases in logistics and packaging costs, as well as the foreign exchange rate. And while there will be no price movements in basic goods, motorists might feel a little shakeup as oil companies implement mixed fuel price adjustments this week. Effective 6 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, May 23, gasoline will be pricier by 80 centavos per liter. Diesel will also see a price increase of 60 centavos a liter. This marks the second straight week of price hikes for both gasoline and diesel. On the other hand, kerosene prices will be going down by 10 centavos per liter. More stories coming your way after this quick break. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. This piece of news just crossed our wires. The Sandigan Bayan has acquitted Janet Lim Napoles in 16 counts of graft involving the pork barrel scam. This is in connection with the anomalous use of Senator Bong Revilla Jr.'s pork barrel fund. The anti-graft court found Napoles not guilty because the allegations were already predicate in the charge where she was previously convicted. We'll bring you more details on this story later on. Meanwhile, Speaker Martin Romualdez has assured the public that the House of Representatives is in order and any moves to destabilize the chamber had been nipped in the bud. Here's the report.
Vice President Sara Duterte made an appearance at the Tambobong Festival in Malabon on Saturday. This comes a day after she resigned from her party Lakas CMD. During her visit to Malabon, VP Sara did not mention anything about her exit from the party, nor did she grant any interviews. But the Vice President's post on Instagram seemed to have subtle hint on what she's been feeling. With a selfie, the Vice President wrote, "In your ambition, do not be tambaloslos." In the folklore of Visayas, Bicol, and Mindanao, the tambaloslos is a male monster with a large mouth and genitals, which is believed to confuse and seduce people. This also pertains to a negative character of a person. A few hours after the said post, Director Daryl Yap shared the video of Vice President Sara and Senator Amy Marcos laughing together.
Daryl, tambaluslos ka.
Ano, tigilan mo na daw, tambaluslos.
The camp of Vice President Sara has not made any statement yet regarding this or if it is directed at anyone. However, the posts and insinuations occurred following Vice President Sara's departure from the Lakas CMD party, where she served as chairperson. The true reason for her departure also is still not clear. In her statement, Vice President Duterte implied criticism towards unnamed critics or opponents, asserting that there is nothing more important than serving the nation under the leadership of President Marcos. Duterte said she is here because of the trust of Filipinos, and she claims that this trust will not be tainted by what she referred to as political toxicity or be shaken by political power play. After Vice President Sara's departure from Lakas CMD and the demotion of Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo in the House of Representatives, the two were seen together at a lunch hosted by PLDT Chairman Manny V. Pangilinan. It was said to be a celebration of the VP's birthday, former President Arroyo, San Pedro Mayor Art Mercado, and Bong Santa Maria. Meanwhile, amid the current issues in the House of Representatives, House Speaker Martin Romualdez assured that House of the People is in order. Romualdez also said that there is still much work to be done in the House, so any moves to destabilize the House must be squashed immediately. The House Speaker added that instead of engaging in politics, they would rather focus on more important issues. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
The Migrant Workers Department says that talks between the Philippines and Kuwait on labor and travel issues are still ongoing. Speaking to One Balita Pilipinas, DMW Undersecretary Hans Kakdak said they're still looking for ways to resolve labor concerns and seek clarification over Kuwait's visa suspension. Kakdak added that the government is looking to provide cash aid to OFWs who are not given an Overseas Employment Certificate or OEC due to the visa suspension. They are likewise looking for jobs for OFWs who already have their OECs but were not able to fly out to Kuwait.
Sa ngayon, labor diplomacy, constructive dialogue ang ating pinatutunguhan. Ito na ang ating tinatanaw ngayon na ating haharapin para kahit papaano mapag-usapan kung ano man ang mga issues na bumabalot dito sa suspension na dineklara ng Kuwaiti side.
One News Now will be back at 5:30 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.